Hello again, everyone. Melth here, with one of the toughest challenges you can face in Baldur's Gate 3. I'm going to make a guide about how to slay Zhalk and the Mindflayer and Zhalk's two buddies on the Nautiloid on Honor difficulty. Now, I already have a video where I did this once as part of my 9 Hells Run challenge, but there are 3 reasons I wanted to make another video about it. One is that, luck elements aside, it is a very fun strategy-based fight, so I just enjoy doing it with different kinds of characters. Another one is I've learned some new tips and tricks since making that previous video, which I want to talk about. And a third one is that, because that was a challenge run I was doing before, I had all kinds of unusual restrictions, like not using healing potions in my party and not long resting and so forth, which made it, to my mind, a less good guide than this could be for people doing a more normal kind of run who just want to tackle this tough, challenging fight. The very best class for it is gotta be Druid, but on Honor difficulty, there is one downside to Druid, which is they don't get command, so then you kind of just rely upon Shadowheart succeeding her command. And if she fails that, you're just out of luck and have to restart the entire thing. Warlock, Fiend Warlock specifically, can get command and thereby fix that problem, and that is quite helpful. Now for races here, normally I'd say that probably Wood Elf or Wood Half Elf are pretty much the best races for almost any character. For this particular fight, where this is all we really care about, I think you gotta go with Halfling, oddly enough. Now, I don't normally believe that Lucky is that great, to be honest, because in most of the game, a single failure is not actually important, but here we're completely at the mercy of the dice. Being able to reroll those ones when we don't have ways to control the odds is pretty helpful, and the bad speed is not as crippling as it could be later on in the game. Cantrip should be Eldritch Blast, and Mage Hand is very useful for this fight, definitely take that. Spells absolutely must be Command and Hex for this. Abilities. Any good character, without exception, must always have at least 16 Dexterity. If you don't, it's just not a well-built character. Then let's pump up that strength so we can be a little bit better at shoving. The rest doesn't really matter that much. Warlocks have just trash for skills, but I guess we'll take Investigation and Arcana because those things come up here in this tutorial. How about the Drop Urge? Sounds appropriate. Important tip, do not get us in this room at this point.
What now?
Now, it is very important that for one of these fights here in the Nautiloid, you cast Hex, and then use a Restoration Pod. Warlocks at this level only get 1 spell slot, but you can carry forward a concentration on Hex into the battle with Zhalk and whatnot, and then have your spell slot back to do command.
You proved surprisingly adequate in battle.
I got a potion of speed here. You usually tend to get 1 in the Nautiloid, but if you have bad luck, you won't get 1. Quite helpful to have 1. Remember to grab this Nautiloid Tank here. Okay, so we've got Shadowheart now. So now we go back to recruit us. Now that we can use guidance to almost guarantee that we actually get it, rather than miss this important companion for the entire game. We have Investigation Proficiency, I mentioned that will come up here, so here we go. There we go. That unlocks the Medicine check, which Dark Urge is the only way to get proficiency at as a Warlock. No background provides it.
Against the shell of the skull.
Alright, let's get prepped for this battle here. We definitely want crossbows, of course. And I also recommend swapping up the armor for Lae'zel and Shadowheart to help protect Shadowheart's concentration. Speaking of which, let's give her some actually good spells instead of this trash. The important ones, of course, are Bless and Command, and the rest doesn't really matter that much. Now, how much prep you can do here depends on your personal taste for what is and is not fair and so forth, but I'm going to show everything I can think of for this party to help them maximize their chances. So we summon our Mage Hands up, then we're going to go into turn-based mode, and cast Bless. Okay, so now we can use this Restoration Pod, which of course I could not use on my 9 Hells Run challenge because that would count as a rest. Then we're going to dip our weapons. Then a minor quirk I learned recently, if you dash, you'll apparently keep your dash status in the upcoming first round of the battle.
Never wanted these.
That doesn't really make a big difference for me because I don't have any plans to use my high mobility in that first round anyway. Just kind of an interesting quirk and it might matter for your run. From here on out, we are in the hands of Lady Luck. No matter how good a strategy is, if the dice decide you lose, you lose. But this is actually pretty good for initiative. Let's see if my luck holds for making the guy drop his weapon.
That should work.
It did, okay, I like this start. What you really want, I mean, going before Zhalk, that's rare and very nice, but what's more important, I would say, is you want someone to go after the Mindflayer. Because then if the Mindflayer stuns the guy, you can benefit from the stun. And likewise, you can more easily shove the Mindflayer around to benefit from attacks of opportunity that way. Going before Zhalk is nice for reducing the damage the Mindflayer takes. Alright, let's have us take out this imp. He can usually kill it in one shot. There we go. Average damage, hooray. Alright, Mindflayer, don't disappoint us. Okay, this is the best start I can think of.
We must take the transponder.
This will, on average, pretty easily instant kill. There we go. So in that case, I think I want to move a little bit closer, and then jump over the others, if I can. I cannot. Alright, so, in that case, let's have this Mage Hand prepare to help out Shadowheart.
What should I do?
Shadowheart, how about you first take a shot at that imp? You can probably kill him on average. Okay, there we go. In that case, you just jump in. And we'll have this Mage Hand over here help out by dragging and dropping things over to you. I was thinking I could pull out a hand axe and give it to the hand, but I don't think that's really worth the trouble. Then this Mage Hand, fly on up hereabouts. There is a caustic bulb we can grab and throw off that high shelf. Now, caustic bulbs are pretty double-edged. I'm not honestly 100% certain this is worth it. See, it does damage to Zhalk, and that part is nice, but also it'll later on explode, and that's not so nice. Whenever you do fire damage to it, it explodes, and it is absolutely illogical and not at all consistent in where it throws people when the explosion happens. So, that can cause problems for you. You need to watch out for it. Okay. So, he's stunned. That's nice. I think in that case, I'm going to apply Hex Strength. It should always be Strength. Because the Strength is better than Dexterity, so that increases the odds that you're able to push him around later, which might be worthwhile. Then, this might actually be a good chance to hit him with Piercing Strike and give him Gaping Wounds for extra damage.
For some bloody work.
Nice. Okay.
Take this ship, or Zhalk will have your head.
Alright. So, let's take a bit of a risk here. We're going to hit him with our Pommel Strike before we unequip this sword. Might as well get the use out of it. But it's probably going to throw him around. Yes, it did. Did set him on fire, so that part's nice. Then we'll walk over there, and we'll swap out for the Everburn Blade, which does magic damage, therefore bypasses the resistance, which is the main point of it, of course. Trying to drag these Void Bulbs over to where the party members can pick them up. Void Bulbs are very useful in the second half of this fight. Darn near indispensable, really. Over here, I think the most important thing is probably to shove that Mindflayer a little bit away, if at all possible. What I want is for Zhalk to have to go after him. And the nice thing is, because the Mindflayer is an ally, you always succeed on shoving him. Now here, I don't think Zhalk can really get into position to where he'll provoke an attack, necessarily. At least he's not forced to. If he chooses to, he chooses to. Not too surprising that she failed that. She has pretty darned bad odds of actually hurting him in this fight. Then we'll have her jump back in this direction to set up the barrels over there. Now, if you want to be cheesy with the barrels, you can just keep them in inventory and have a Mage Hand set them up around the Cambions later on. But that, to me, is just kind of a bridge too far. It doesn't make any sense in character. I can at least imagine in character that we might, like, set up an ambush for the barrels as the Cambions come around the corner and go through the door and then blow them up. So I'm willing to accept that, but it's too much if we outright drag and drop things around them in the middle of a fight. Alright, I don't think I can get over to where I can make him provoke, but we'll see. Maybe this will work. Yeah, this actually might work. Okay. Nice. No, he even chose to provoke from her. I mean, you missed, but still, that's nice. It's important to know the AI is compelled throughout this fight for the two of them to keep fighting each other, even if it involves provoking attacks from other people, until one of them dies, and then they can do whatever they want, basically.
On the move.
If I launch you... you should not have been on fire, but okay. I could extinguish the blaze by throwing a healing potion at him, which would save damage both by, you know, healing him and also by fixing the fire. That might be worth doing. One thing at a time. First of all, I'm going to walk over here, and this is important. Walk a little bit further down this hallway so an explosion will happen. It only happens if you're looking at it. Then the Cambions, when they run through, will take fire damage, which, you know, we appreciate every little bit of damage we can get. Next up, if you're dropping the tanks here, as I'm going to be doing, yeah, out of a sense of fair play, I find it's important to drop them over on this side in particular. For some reason, if you drop them like more on that side, one of the Cambions AI will just bug and he'll often get stuck, and then, you know, that ruins the whole challenge because he doesn't come to you, or he comes to you really late, and so you just can't get the kill, and that's not much fun.
Time to strike.
Going to throw a healer potion as I talked about. There we go. Puts out the burning, so that really saves a lot of damage overall. Then we're going to start gathering up caustic bulbs over here, I think. We'll want to put them somewhere where our heroes can pick them up, but where they won't get blown up.
Swift and lethal.
I could throw hand axes at the guy for minor damage. I don't feel that that's necessarily worth the trouble, because it's 25% chance to hit for like a d4 damage, so it averages out to be, you know, less than 1 damage per round. Not necessarily worth the trouble. Even if you don't plan to use the caustic bulbs, which I'm not sure I really do plan to use, it's very important to get them into your inventory so at least the Cambions can't blow them up on you and then blow up the void bulbs in a chain reaction or things like that. So, no matter what your strategy is, pick these things up.
I'm ready.
If this ship hits the ground, we're dead.
Oh, it caught fire again? Come on. Okay, did some good damage there. We appreciate that. And then if I take my dagger again and stand over here, he should be forced to provoke from me too. Hopefully we will chew him up pretty fast that way. Nice. Yeah, we're doing good damage. I also want to point out, by the way, I do not recommend shoving down here into this completely smooth open area. As far as the game is concerned, this is a labyrinth of invisible walls. Shoves don't work here, throws don't work properly here. You're better fighting on these stairs for whatever reason. Oh, why are you provoking that attack? Yeah. I could throw Caustic Brine at them, given he, you know, avoided the attack anyway. It'll definitely explode later on and cause trouble, but I kind of want to do it anyway. Oh, it didn't even hit him. Great. Maybe I can shove him onto it? No. Okay.
Can't afford to let up.
Alright, let's drag these things more to where I was talking about. Over on this left side, I think.
Heading there.
Can we get it with the Sacred Flame? Yeah, we can try it at least. Well, in that case, I don't really have much for this guy to do. Our Cambions showed up. Oh, different initiative orders. That's not good, but maybe we can make it be okay. Alright, do some damage there. Stand here. The fire attack will probably blow him up. Nope, missed anyway. If we get any further over here, it's going to cause the other devils to show up. But it is about time for that, I think. Should have behind where I want to be on damage anyway, to be honest. And the critical helps a tiny bit, but... There we go, that was... Okay, he didn't provoke at least. I was worried he was going to provoke an attack there. The Mindflayer is pretty badly beat up, and that's getting to be a problem, to be honest. Maybe I should get over there and see if I can provoke the devils to show up. There we go. Then I can start fighting them on my own terms. So I think we want to drop a hand axe, probably. To use as throwing ammunition. Definitely want to kill the Hellborg. Then which of the two imps to choose to kill, that's kind of a matter of taste, I think.
Victory awaits.
I think I can throw one at the other here. Maybe I'll do that. Good chance of doing a bit of damage at least to both of them, so that's appreciated. You're out of options. We want you to be able to set off these barrels without getting blown up by anyone. I think we're probably going to have you go into stealth mode and walk somewhere like there, and hopefully that's still close enough. They're going to fly closer, we'll see if they spot her or not.
Come a little closer.
Alright, he's dashing, that means he does not see a target, that's good.
Time to push my luck again.
We missed, that's, not good.
These boots have seen everything.
Alright, Zhalk, provoke an attack. Provoke several attacks. He didn't, okay. Zhalk, why don't you ever listen to me? Okay, well that's the ideal positioning, I would say. And it's good that he's done some good damage there.
Time to strike.
Shove that guy back. Then let's try another throw here, I think. Do some damage that way. And you, how about you also try a throw here? Nice. So here's the reason, if you've been wondering, why I've been trying to push this imp back into the corner. This is a tip that my friend Chandran taught me. Basically, as long as one of these devils back here is alive, the Mindflayer will not turn hostile even when Zhalk dies.
I will ascend.
Alright, we think we've got our use out of these Mage Hands, but it's probably about time to summon new ones, and this is a comparatively safe time to do so.
Let's end this.
Okay, and for you, now is a fine time to set off those explodey barrels. How is her damage? Yeah, that was good damage. I've got to say, this is going pretty smoothly. But she's going to get torn apart as she tries to run away now. We can't do much about that.
Got to press on. I am fury. I am death.
If I shove him out of the way, he'll try to get back, and that's probably helpful. If I stand there, he'll probably provoke from me. Okay, the Hellboar is on the loose. Oh, hit the Mage Hand. I was expecting it to go after my other guys, but that's fine. A very articulate boar, I've got to say. Usually they ignore your hands for whatever reason. Alright, Alright, he's gonna fly and probably go for Shadowheart. We'll see. No, us. Okay, that's better. I mean, he takes a lot of damage, but us is a lot easier to take care of than Shadowheart is, by and large. What I want to do now, I think, is get a Bless set up on most of my characters. It's probably also a good turn to summon that Mage Hand. And then shove that guy back. Or not. Provoke. Nice. Okay, hopefully this will be the last turn that Zhalk is alive. A hit from the Mindflayer should do it. Alright, is Zhalk going to go after Shadowheart, or is he dashing? He's flying, that means he has a target. If they dash him, it means they have no target. Good, he missed. Thank goodness for that super armor we gave her. And he is... where's he going to go? Okay, he's going for that imp. That's a problem. We need to get him to instead go after the Cambion. So what I think we're going to do is run over here, grab you, throw you back into that corner so you're further away from the Mindflayer. Shove the Mindflayer that way.
What's the plan?
Bless is about to wear off. This is kind of the last good turn to reapply it. Where's the board? The board's over there. It's going to go next. We can't do anything about that.
Waits.
Unless Shadowheart just finishes the thing off. But that will make it much harder to cast Bless on the important people, which is, you know, the Drop Urge, Lae'zel, and the Mindflayer next turn. I think that was probably worth it to remove one dangerous threat off the board.
I will ascend.
So this Mage Hand is now free to act. Let's shove that guy back into the corner again. Don't mind that imp pretending to fly over there. He's dead. Alright, now the tricky bit. We need to get the Mindflayer to go after the right targets and vice versa. He's flying, he's going for us. We don't love that. I also could stand over there and go for Haste this turn. Well, no, the Mindflayer's going to move. I can't count on that working the way I would like it to. Okay. We're going to apply a Hex to you. We're going to start poking you. We're going to start walking up into higher ground, although it's not going to immediately get to high ground. I didn't try this turn because I find just the pathing around here is horrible and sometimes it does not work properly and block you entirely. It's better not to even risk it. Alright, here comes that one, probably. And he's blasting Shadowheart. Okay, at least he missed. Good Mindflayer, hitting the right target. Now we're about ready for a Haste, I think. So, we are going to do Lacerate. Hopefully it'll hit. Nope. Okay. If we stand here and someone else gets in on the action,
Need to stay focused.
we can Haste the three together. Let's apply Bless to you, and you, and... oh, I should have done that first. Silly me. Somehow I didn't realize that it was Shadowheart's turn right now. Well, I can drop off a Haste potion. Not a Haste potion, Speed potion. Who gets a turn next? How can I get the three set up all together? I could actually get Shadowheart rather than us in on the action. I don't know if that's worth it. I'm actually going to try it that way, though, I think.
Got to move.
Okay, so I'm going to move here. Then I'm going to put the Speed potion on the ground between the three of us. Then I guess I'll have this Mage Hand fly over there and punch it or something. Giving the three of us haste, and then get back out of there, part way. Then I probably need a healing potion for us, so let's drop off a heal potion from your inventory. Now don't provoke any attacks, just put it on the ground. Okay, you know what? Not you. How about we give it to Shadowheart? I bet Shadowheart can manage this simple task.
I will ascend.
That's good.
Talk to me. Got to move.
We might as well go for the piercing shot and see if we can get it to apply. Probably won't, but we'll try it. No. Okay. Very well. So in that case, we will then have you drop that thing off without provoking any attacks of opportunity. Okay, he'll start moving back over here. I kept him alive because he's the melee-only one, so he's less likely to throw firebolts and disrupt our strategy. Throw it. Gotta keep that us alive. And then we'll fly over here and we'll try to shove that guy back down where he came from. Alright, Cambion. Going for us. Not great, but he's alive. I could back us off for turn. And I could also pitch a Void Bulb to throw those guys together, hopefully. That might be well worth it, if I can get those guys to fight one another. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, actually. Us, you attack that guy. Alright, missed. Not too surprising. Then you throw that Void Bulb. That should hopefully pull the Mindflayer and the two Cambions together and away from us, allowing us to make a clean getaway. It didn't pull those guys together. That's a bigger issue.
Come on. Can't stay idle.
That means that Cambion can fly where he wants. Okay, that's not so bad. He's going for Lae'zel. What I was afraid of is getting up here where it's really hard to deal with and where the Mindflayer is separate from him. Alright, Mindflayer with the haste is doing good damage. That's nice.
Strike.
Now I want to see if I can get in a position where I can swing at the two of them with my cleave attack. That should do it. Double miss. Okay. Can we get it up to a triple miss, Lae'zel? Yes, triple miss. A new record. Okay.
On the move.
It's unfortunate. Double unfortunate. Okay, we're throwing you. Triple unfortunate. Okay, there's no controlling that imp this turn, apparently. At least it's not doing anything too bad, but we can't risk it distracting the Mindflayer. Which reminds me, the Mindflayer might well Mind Blast soon, which would be pretty good if it happened. But I think for now my focus is on getting that imp out of here. The last thing I would want ever is if the imp gets Mind Blasted as part of the AoE, and then the Mindflayer goes feral, and... Geez, that imp is immovable! Okay. Alright, I think the Mindflayer can probably finish it off, with any decent luck.
They're dying for me. All of them.
I still kind of want to hang back with us until I can get him healed or something, because If he dies, then unfortunately he loses for the rest of the run, and for this particular battle too, but I think I'm going to just go in for it. He probably won't die. Going for Lae'zel anyway, that's fine. Down, okay. Next one. Was that a hit, or... Okay, just the bug where it doesn't either hit or miss, it just... Oh, there we go, okay.
Swift and lethal.
Now this is our final turn of haste. So after this, she'll be lethargic. We don't want to be stuck in there for that. So. Smack. Miss.
Got to keep fighting. Time to strike.
I think she just needs to get out of there, provoking the attack if required.
My path be true.
It's worth it to get her out of there.
My faith will protect me.
So,
Moving.
we're still at risk of just not quite managing to kill the Cambion. The imp being prone is a help. Oh, I've got an idea. Let's see, how much speed does he get? Okay, 4. That means I actually could kill him if I got a unluckily high damage roll, which I wouldn't want to do. But here's what I'm thinking. I can maybe throw a caustic bulb in there for a bit more damage, now that Lae'zel's out and therefore won't be setting it on fire. Let us get the Mindflayer too this time. I do want him to die shortly. Okay, and caustic bulbs are caustic bulbs. They don't work half the time for unexplained reasons. Alright, we're getting him out of there if we can, even if it does involve a slight risk.
No choice but to keep going.
Almost there. But we just can't hit the guy, huh? Hopefully the Mindflayer can handle it. Alright, we'll drop off a healing potion. Maybe we'll drop off 2 so we have 1 to give to us as well.
What now?
Okay, doesn't change too much. Oh, it shows to provoke, that's nice. Oh, the Mindflayer got lethargic immediately. I thought he had 1 more turn. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Very well. We are going to throw a potion of healing at us over there. And then we're going to fly down here and we're going to shove that imp. Get out of here. We'll throw this one to Lae'zel. Alright. Come on. Nice. Oh, I forgot to hex the guy. Oh, that was silly of me, wasn't it? Oh well. Jump on over to there. Accidentally provoking attack opportunity. Okay, that was not part of the plan. Well, in that case, I guess we're just going to try to save this guy's life by dashing him out of there. You want him in Act 3, after all. Why would you do that? There we go. Nice job, Mindflayer. Well, it would feel a little bit cheesy if we didn't at least let the Mindflayer know we were enemies first, so... I was thinking the same thing, brain boy.
No time to waste.
If that had missed, what I would do is get out Void Bulbs, which are guaranteed to always do 1 damage, or the Bleed Bulb, which also does 1 damage and guaranteed bleed. But there we go. 4 turns left. That was about the best things can go, I will say. You can't count on having this kind of luck normally. But that shows what margin of error there is, I would say. There's room for things to go wrong for you to still succeed. If you don't get the haste potion, that's fine. If you get a little bit unlucky with your damage against Zhalk, that's fine. There is wiggle room, but there's not a lot of wiggle room. There's about 4 turns worth.
That thing's focused on us now.
What thing? The dead thing? I'm not too worried about it. Let's enjoy our loot. Oh, this is actually disappointing loot. We usually have some random elixirs that are pretty good for this point in the game. Yeah, this is about the worst loot you can get from the Cambions, but that's fine. After all, this is just a demonstration of how to fight them. Normally I give you some great elixirs and things like that. Well, I hope that guide was helpful to some of you out there who are looking to do this kind of fight on your own run. It is a fun battle in that you need to have good strategy and need to adapt, and I enjoy that. Things always go differently. I will say, the amount of luck in it does sometimes frustrate me. It is irksome because the last few turns and then just, you know, miss, and the Cambion lives and you fail the challenge after, you know, an hour of going at it. But, you know, overall, it's definitely worth trying out for yourself, I would say. If you want to see more challenging battles of various kinds, by all means check out my 9 Hells run. I'll link to that playlist. Thank you for watching, everyone, and a special thank you to my Patreon supporters. MasterKnightDH, Jackie, Enlino, George Grin, Travis, Carlo Andrea 97, Cthulhu's Mom, Andrew Curzon, Troobsy, Skillrap, Gregory, William Wakefield, Danny Hall, Jeffrey Morse, Josh Becca, Jack, Mashas01, Jacob Marshall, Nubiana, Till Fisher, Discord Colossus, Nicholas Schmuck, Kostya Nasarovich, Luke, Goman Blackrock, Dodo King 4, Martian Bialek, Maveth, Techno Waffle, Nebular, I Loop, Michael Francis, Emperor Kong 420, Robin Maki, Mick Balls, Daniel Sedajikato, Stiljan Flanny, Micah Marie, Christopher Allen, Stefan Van Zyl, Eddie, Wendy, Ali Kasamoglu, Lucas Riverola, Skylar Sauce, Nick Myers, Bethany James, Emp Ninjas, and Prebin. Have a great day, everyone.